Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. So on today's video, I'm going to speak about two things. One is that I have purchased all this stuff. So this is something that I bought on Monday. I made the announcements on the member community on Tuesday. As of now, when I'm shooting this video, again, I had been buying quite aggressively in the market. So why did I purchase all these different stocks? That's one piece of conversation that I'm going to have with you. Second point, and more important point, is that if you are considering making these moves or some other moves, buying something else, not buying, does it even fit your portfolio? Because that's the clarity that no one gives us, right? कि अगर आप नया नया investment करना आपने शुरू किया, you're a new investor, what should be buying? You are looking to buy some safe stocks, which stocks should you be buying? If you're looking to grow your portfolio very aggressively, which stocks you could consider? So I will explain all these points by using these two reference points, what I've been recently buying. I will use these as illustrative examples. These are not stock recommendations. Some of this might fit your portfolio, might not fit your portfolio. A classic case study, take a look at this. Today I purchased Geo Finance. अब आपको लगेगा कि जियो फाइनेंस तो बहुत बढ़ गया है. Why is Akshat buying it? भाई, go and check my 2-3 months old videos also. I have been buying Geo Finance. I'm sitting on roughly 40-50% good profits on it. I'm upward averaging this stock. Okay. So every stock I'm adding today is being added as per my portfolio. So ये portfolio understanding नहीं होती. लोग सिर्फ YouTube पे जाके they just go and check like which stocks we should be buying, and वो जो भी खरीद रहा होता है इंसान उस दिन they just go and add. So you have no context of how it fits your portfolio. So that is what I will try to teach you through this video. It's going to be a fast and furious video because the market hours are still on and I still want to make some more investments. I discuss all this on my member community in a point-wise, timely manner. Now Monday को I had done some activity, कुछ fundamentals point discuss करने थे. This video is being released on Wednesday, so there has been a 2-day delay on it. So you'll not get information in a timely manner. So therefore, I would encourage you to check out my member community. The cost is very low. You try the experience for a couple of months and you yourself will see the results. Hi guys, I'll only take 30 seconds. बहुत important announcement है. So I'm doing my first physical workshop in Hyderabad. बहुत सारे लोगों ने रिक्वेस्ट करी थी. This will be a combo of online plus offline. So जो offline component है, जो in person जहाँ पे हम लोग मिलेंगे, it's reserved only for 200 people. And इसमें I am going to do investment basics पूरे के पूरे around stock markets, थोड़ा बहुत about real estate, थोड़ा बहुत about cryptocurrencies. So it will be a power packed, all encompassing type of a investing workshop that I will be doing. You can check the links in the description and comment box. आपको सारी details मिल जाएंगी. This is going to happen on 8th and 9th of June. So that is the date. And online classes भी होंगी, offline classes भी होंगी. Total teaching time will be somewhere around 16 hours. You will get to ask me questions live. We will all participate, engage live. The best part is that we will all work together as a community. You guys will form network, we'll get to meet each other, and वो काफ़ी अच्छा लगता है, मज़ा आता है in person मिलने में and चीज़ें पढ़ने में साथ साथ. So that is what I am going to do. Now over to the main video and आप लोग link wing check कर लेना. So with that said, let's quickly jump in. Point wise manner में बात करते हैं. Number one point. Why is it that the markets are running up? देखो इसका बहुत सिंपल रीजन है कि बिग इन्वेस्टर्स मूव द मार्केट. मेरे और आपके जैसे इंसान नहीं कर पाते. मैं कितना पैसा डाल दूंगा, मे बी like 1 crore a year or something like, or 2 crore a year or 5 crore a year, right? Something like this. Some other person might put like 10, 15, 20 crores. अब ये in a stock market context, that's very less money. Okay. Big investors are the ones who actually move the market and they do something called as tax loss harvesting. So January, February, March is the time when tax loss harvesting happens, and April से वो rebuying शुरू हो जाती है उन सब चीजों की, if they see value in buying. Okay, I've been speaking quite extensively everywhere that bhai, please do tax loss harvesting. Please do tax loss harvesting. It's a legal way of saving your money. I did tax loss harvesting. So वो सब चीजें करी, and same is the stuff that big investors also do. ये छोटी छोटी सी strategies होती हैं which can help you really maximize your portfolio return, so to say. So learning this is critical. But चलो अब वो time निकल गया. Tax loss harvesting very quickly helping you understand. It means that let's say that you traded from like April 1st, 2024 to let's say March 20th. 2025. Okay, इसमें आपका प्रॉफिट बन गया शॉर्ट टर्म, लॉन्ग टर्म, एक्सेट्रा, एंड नाउ यू विल हैव टू पे टैक्स ऑन इट. शॉर्ट टर्म कैपिटल गेन्स टैक्स एंड लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन्स टैक्स. इफ यू हैव टू ऑफसेट इट, then what can you potentially do is that you can go revisit your portfolio. See कि अच्छा यार ये मेरे लॉस मेकिंग स्टॉक्स हैं, so you sell those loss making stocks and rebuy them immediately, like after like a few days itself, or rotate it in some other similar type of stocks. So that is a process of tax loss harvesting. You can go and check this video, you will get more clarity. But point number one, what I want to conclude is that see, a lot of tax loss harvesting has been done from January, February, March. That money is coming back and it's likely to continue to come back maybe over the next 2 months. तब तक election results अगर announce नहीं होते in India. And yeah, and that's what's moving the market as of now. अभी ऐसा कुछ fundamentally change नहीं हुआ है, right? So that's one. Now comes the second question कि यार market has now hit an all-time high. Should I invest in the market? Yes, you should invest in the market. Why? Because see, guys, I mean, I'm not like of the viewpoint कि economy में जो भी हो रहा है that is like brilliant and growth ही growth है हर जगह, and no, nothing of that sort. In fact, the world is growing very very slowly. I will not comment on India क्योंकि वो फालतू politics हो जाती है, so I'm not going to touch that point. But fundamentally, a lot of things are wrong. For example, unemployment situation is there. Excess debt, our debt has gone up like crazy. For example, the US government in the year 2021, it has printed 20% of its entire money supply that existed before 2020. Okay, so that is how crazy high money printing has been turned on. It's just mind-boggling. I don't know what the end result of all this would be. It would be something really, really bad. I can't comment on that. But see, the point is that this dance of money printing is going to continue. And if you keep on holding, कि यार जब market गिरेगा तब मैं करूंगा, जब market गिरेगा then I'll buy more, this, that, you will just lose insane amount of gains. You have to see this in the context of inflation, that महंगाई का दर, inflation in real terms is very, very high. It will easily be 10-12% in a country like India. Debate कर सकते हैं हर कोई, हम ऐसे कि नहीं यहाँ 5% बढ़ी 6% बढ़ी, but honestly, like I mean, to an average Indian who actually invest in the stock market, जिनके पास कुछ discretionary income होगी, who is not dependent on government ration, हम लोगों के लिए 10-12%, 10-12% inflation has definitely gone up. Very, very commonsensically speaking. Okay. So the only way of protecting your wealth is to invest somewhere. Now, this could be stocks, this could be gold, this could be real estate, whichever you like, you learn about it, then invest. I definitely do run some courses. You guys can check it out. I will link it in the description box. But more importantly, now comes the third question ki bhai, okay, fine, I will invest. So how should I start thinking about investing? Which stocks will you recommend? This, that. मैं वो भी conversation 1 minute में खत्म कर देता हूँ. Right? See, guys, it's a portfolio thing. Okay, now what is the meaning of portfolio thing? Again, मैंने आपको example दिया कि see, I added something like Geo Finance to my portfolio today. ये रहा मेरा Geo Finance का total investment. I have invested close to like whatever 25-26 lakhs का मेरा portfolio है on Geo Finance only. आज मैंने कितने stocks add करे? Very less, right? So from that note, what you need to understand is that every investor, be it Akshat, be it you, we have to make portfolio level decisions according to our style of investing, what we want from the market. Now, this is a deeply complicated topic to cover. Portfolio building, इसमें मैं 5 घंटे बात कर सकता हूँ, but it will not help you. So maybe I will explain it to you in maybe 1.5 minutes, what the perspective or my perspective on portfolio building is. So the portfolio or the stocks that you're trying to add today, it depends on 4 central things. So the first key thing is that the investment decision, what you need to invest today, literally in the market, depends on the size of your portfolio. तो मैं आपको 2 examples से बताता हूँ कि let's imagine that your portfolio size is very, very small. Now, what is a small portfolio size? भाई आप मान के चलो कि आपकी income is, let's say 25 lakhs a year, okay? And your stock market portfolio size is, let's say 5 lakhs. So is this big or small? It's very small given your net worth or your potential net worth. अब इस पे आप ये चीज भी ऐड कर दो कि भाई आपकी नौकरी स्टेबल है और that stuff, you are continue to make like 25-30 lakhs a year, तो बहुत ही कम है आपका portfolio size. So stop worrying about the fact कि market ऊपर जाना है नीचे जाना है. You simply build a system of investment and you keep on putting money onto the table, right? So आप पैसा invest करते चलो बिना ज्यादा सोचे. कहीं मतलब नहीं लॉस मेकिंग स्टॉक्स में, बट बाय समथिंग गुड. नाउ द रीजन व्हाई आई एम टेलिंग यू दिस इज वेरी सिंपल कि यार वर्स्ट केस सिनेरियो क्या है आपका. वर्स्ट केस अगर हम देखें तो यार मार्केट माइट फॉल बाय 20-30%, तो आप बर्बाद हो गए. द शॉर्ट आंसर इज नो, एब्सोल्युटली नॉट. व्हाई? बिकॉज point number 4 kicks in, right? See, if your portfolio size is 5 lakh and your monthly investment that you can make in the market is, let's say, 1 lakh, okay, then what do you have? You have cash flows coming in. So आप मान के चलो कि आपने आज कोई स्टॉक खरीदना शुरू करा. मान के चलो HDFC बैंक, which is one of my favorite stocks. So HDFC बैंक खरीदना शुरू किया. You bought it at 1450. Now it falls by like 10 odd % and it reaches somewhere around like 1200 rupees. Should you start panicking? The short answer is no, because then you get to buy it at or buy more units at 1200 rupees. Okay. So what is the goal? If your portfolio size is very, very small, ऐसा आपको डरने वरने की जरूरत नहीं है. Just simply invest. Keep buying good stuff. That's it, right? So what is the meaning of good stuff? Good stuff, according to me, is very simple. Bhai, asset should be solid. It should not be a raddi bank or raddi stock that you are purchasing. These should be market leader companies, good companies, जिसमें आपको growth दिखती है, potential दिखती है. Buy those and buy growth industries. That's part A, and buy them at a good price. For example, And again, I'll just take you to HDFC Bank example. I see HDFC Bank right now, you can clearly see that the revenues are growing, कोई issue नहीं है, या profits अच्छे से grow कर रहे हैं. The growth rate of profits CAGR basis पे it's around 20%. So stock price is 20% से grow करेगा. On top of that, the stock is available at massive discount from its peak. उसकी highest कितना पहुंचा? तो आप देख लो HDFC Bank कितना पहुंचा था. The highest that HDFC Bank has made is roughly what 1700 odd rupees. Right now it is at 1485 rupees. So भाई इसमें आ ही जाएगी ना 10-15% की growth. So this is a very simple buy and you could consider making these type of investments right now if you have a small portfolio to begin with, क्योंकि आपका खास लॉस होने की संभावना कम है, right? Probability of loss making is less and probability of growth is high. It's a safe-ish stock. अब होने को तो किसी भी स्टॉक में कुछ भी हो सकता है. Now please invest in a diversified format. Now मान के चलो कि if there is a big portfolio, for example, I have a big portfolio because I have been investing in the market for the last 10 odd years. So मेरा portfolio बड़ा हो चुका है. Now, what is it that I should be doing? Should I be investing in the market? Again, the answer is yes, but it's a more slightly nuanced answer. I have to ask the question that what is the best यूज ऑफ माई मनी. तो मैं क्या क्या कर सकता हूँ उस समय? यार मैं एफडी बनवा के डाल सकता हूँ, कुछ उसमें तो ग्रोथ होगी नहीं. नंबर टू, व्हाट इज इट दैट आई कैन डू? बॉन्ड इन्वेस्टिंग, मे बी ओके, लिटिल बिट बॉन्ड इन्वेस्टिंग आई कैन डू. अगेन उसमें कोई खास रियल ग्रोथ नहीं है. Real estate, now if I already have real estate, I have already been diversified, then okay, again fourth option is मैं cash रखा रहूँ, right? So कि market गिरेगा तब मैं invest करूँगा. So see, this is something that I don't agree with. I have to invest. What I can simply do is that I can do like a step down investment or step up investment. Now step down का मतलब होता है कि for example I do like if I would usually invest like 80% of money every month whatever I'm making and 20% I'm holding. Now step down करना है, मुझे लगता है market all time high है, तो maybe I'll do like 70%, 60% investment, rest keep 30% money free somewhere, right? So that's the simple point that I would like to explain. So I strongly believe in this theory that I will buy something when the price is right for that asset. A classic case study here is IT index, and again please go and check my videos, right? I mean all these things were discussed. So I had purchased it somewhere here, right? So यहाँ के आसपास मैंने करा था, right? And I was able to swing it. I was able to make like very good gains on IT index. मेरा approximately 35%, 40% के आसपास gain हो चुका था, right, on IT index. Then I cut my position, and luckily for me, I would say that since then IT index has corrected. Now another opportunity I am getting in order to buy the index. आप देख सकते हो कि index fall has itself been 12.5, 13%. Now this is a fairly big fall on index. अब इससे ज्यादा गिर सकता है? द शॉर्ट आंसर इज एब्सोल्युटली यस, इट कैन फॉल. ओके, सो यहाँ पे एक शॉर्ट टर्म पर्सपेक्टिव होगा, एक लॉन्ग टर्म पर्सपेक्टिव होगा ऑफ अ बिग इन्वेस्टर. तो मान के चलो कि आई एम अ बिग इन्वेस्टर, मेरा ऑलरेडी मैं बना चुका हूँ, राइट? आई हैव कट 50-60% ऑफ माय पोजीशन व्हिच आई हैड इनिशियली बिल्ट ऑन आईटी इंडेक्स. नाउ दिस इज अ रीबाइंग अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर मी. So now because this is a rebuying opportunity, I already have a 40% gain on IT index. तो मेरे लिए something called as margin of safety is very very high. कि मान के चलो कि अभी यार ये IT index है ना बहुत ज्यादा गिर जाता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं आज पोजीशन बनाना शुरू करता हूँ, इफ आई स्टार्ट बिल्डिंग पोजीशंस हियर एंड IT index falls from somewhere here all the way till let's say यहाँ पे जो पुराने लेवल पे था, तो यार आपको दिख रहा है कि 27%, 27% करेक्शन हो जाएगा IT index पे. बट अब यहाँ से देखो कि यार आई हैड स्टार्टेड बिल्डिंग पोजीशंस फ्रॉम हियर, तो मेरा फॉल कितना हुआ? मेरा फॉल 15-16% हुआ. दैट टू व्हेन आई एम एक्चुअली starting to build positions from here, right? And I build all the positions in one go, which I will not do. So यार ये 16% मेरा लॉस होना था, तो मेरा कितना हो सकता है मैक्सिमम लॉस? लाइक reasonably possible loss for me would not be 8-10% if I'm building my positions, and that too when I have 40% gain on this index. Okay, so if I'm not seeing any use of my money right now, I will just simply pick some of the beaten down index, जैसे मैंने थोड़े दिन पहले बात करी थी on community, on buying small cap index. भाई बढ़ गया वो, right? So I mean it was available at like 15-16% discount when I started buying, and बढ़िया उसमें gain है because everyone was bashing small cap index, ये बर्बाद हो गया ये. भाई देखो index जो है, it is a very good buffer, right? So buffer means that if you're not having a better use of money, figure out indices which are trading at a significant discount, so to say. You could consider putting money. Now, am I a long-term investor in IT index? The short answer is absolutely not. I do not see much opportunities. As of now, it's going through a tectonic shift, the entire IT space. So I'm not willing to put like crazy amount of money on these type of opportunities. It does not fit my portfolio from very long-term perspective. But for me, I see like a good swing here right now. What is the meaning of swing? Swing ये मान के चलो कि यार my downside is protected at 8-9%, जो मैंने अभी आपको मोटी मोटी मैथ बताई है. एंड मान जाओ कि मैं यहाँ तक होल्ड होल्ड करके रहता भी हूँ, राइट, फ्रॉम हियर, राइट, एंड 8-10% के लॉस पे. Now, if the IT index returns to its previous high, then how much money am I making? I'm making like 40% swing on it. So this is a very good swing asset for me. Now, if I'm looking to buy a swing asset in this market, I will buy it. Otherwise, I will leave it. अब बोलोगे अक्षत आपने कॉम्प्लिकेटेड कर दिया. नहीं यार, मैं आपको सिंप्लीफाई कर देता हूँ दिस टॉपिक. इट्स वेरी वेरी सिंपल. देखो, एंड 2-3 पॉइंट्स है इसमें. This is the long-term channel of IT index. Now, long-term channels are not easily broken unless there is a mayhem, right, in the entire broad market, और सबको लगने लग जाए कि यार आईटी खत्म है. अभी there is a significant जनता that believes that almost 50-60% जनता होगी which will think कि यार नॉट आईटी वापस आ जाएगा, अच्छी ग्रोथ है, दिस दैट, एंड हो सकता है हो भी जाए. ओके, लॉन्ग टर्म आई एम नॉट बुलिश, राइट, बट दिस जनता बिलीव्स. सो देयरफॉर आई फील कि यार यहाँ से द सपोर्ट लेवल हियर विल नॉट बी ब्रोकन, एंड दिस इज अ फेयरली reasonable estimate that I'm taking, क्योंकि approximation का game है stock market. Okay, so therefore I'm protecting my downside here, right, and मैंने upside calculation भी कर लिया कि अगर देखो मेरा loss हुआ तो मेरा 10% loss होगा, वो भी तब when I've already booked 40% profits on this asset. Okay, and मेरा gain हुआ, right, if I'm winning then I will at least make another 40-50% money from a gain, right, if it falls to this level. So I might start building my positions. I will reveal my entire point of view on tomorrow's YouTube member community post. Okay, so I hope that this point is clear regarding swing. अब आप बोलोगे कि अक्षत यार देखो, निफ्टी करके we can make 12.5%, 13%. Swing trading करके we can make like maybe 20-30%, whatever, right? And now tell us stocks that can double, triple. How are you looking at these bets? So let me very quickly explain 2-3 points here. See, if you are looking to double, triple your money, अब वो HDFC बैंक में तो होने से रहा. Okay, बहुत ही honest बात मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ. HDFC is a safe asset. Now कई लोग रोना मचा देते हैं कि HUL stock fell, this that. भाई, HUL is a defensive stock. It serves a specific purpose for your portfolio. The goal of HUL is not कि वो आपको, you know, every year it will give you like 20% CAGR, this that. No, the goal of HUL is that in case there is a broad correction in the market, you have some defensive stock. It will protect your portfolio from falling more than what the market fall will be. That's the goal of HUL. Okay, it's not going to give you like crazy returns. Similarly, HDFC Bank, from this point, because it's deeply discounted, you might make very good returns. But it's not as if that HDFC Bank will triple or 4x, 5x from size. But which bank can do it? Okay, तो मैं आपको 2-3 example दे देता हूँ, and please don't take it as a recommendation. See, the first stock is IDFC First Bank. This is my portfolio on IDFC First Bank. You can see that I have invested like close to 40-50 lakhs just from one stock of IDFC First Bank, right? Now, this is a solid fundamental play, right? Why is it a fundamental play? I keep on explaining it. I've explained it on several of my other videos. My tune remains the same. See, IDFC First Bank's market cap is 56,000 crore. Now, what is HDFC Bank's market cap? HDFC Bank's market cap, it is 11 lakh crores. Now, it is almost 22 times that of IDFC First Bank. अब आप को सिर्फ दिमाग ये लगाना है कि भाई आईडीएफसी फर्स्ट बैंक जो है, okay, it's in my city, Delhi, Mumbai, this, that. Is it expanding its branches? Because one of the key signs of a business or a bank growing is very simple, that how fast is it expanding its branches? That's the only data point that you need to look at. लेकिन लोग क्या करेंगे? निम देखने लग जाएंगे. Every day they will keep on tracking the stock. ओहो, निम प्रॉब्लम आ गई, बेच डालो अगले 6 महीने में. भाई, इन सब चक्करों में मत पड़ो. If you are looking to buy a fundamentally solid stock for a 3-4 year period, then track it on 3-4 year basis. Do not mix the things, and this will only come from clarity if you understand the basics of investing, if you learn everything in a structured format. So without confidence, this game will not come to you, right? And that's a simple point that I will explain. Now if you're adding stocks कि जो 2x 3x हो जाए, then you need something like IDFC First Bank. It is one of the solid banks that can grow. What about some other type of stocks? Can they double from this point? Yeah, see, second method here will be that you buy something which is deeply discounted and it is at a very good swing level also. So यहाँ पे मैं example pick करता हूँ कि why am I buying Ujjivan Small Finance? Because मैंने उसमें swing करके बेच दिया था on more than 100% profit. So why am I buying it again? So I will just quickly share that and मैं आपको थोड़ा technical भी बताता हूँ and then I will teach fundamentals also. So this is the technical chart pattern of Ujjivan Small Finance. So this is a small cup with handle pattern that was there. Usually, if you look at the ultimate target of Ujjivan Small Finance, if all the technical people jump into this, so from the levels where it is at, which is 50, it will grow to 200. So this is almost a 4x play. Okay, but for it to 4x, a lot of things need to go right fundamentally. So मैं आपको fundamental data दिखा देता हूँ, and the biggest reason a stock will grow 4x is Number one, it should be a small cap, mid cap company. So is Ujjivan a small mid cap? Yes, because yes, the market cap is 10,000 crore है, ऐसा कोई बड़ी company थोड़ी है. Now, second is the growth rate of the company. Now, is the bank growing fast? The short answer is absolutely yes. Okay, कितने हिसाब से ग्रो कर रहा है? It's growing at 40% CAGR. Okay, now technically it's sound, fundamentally it is sound, it can grow 4x. अब वो आपको फ्री फोकट में ग्रोथ नहीं मिलेगी कि आपने आज ये वीडियो देख लिया एंड by next month it grows to like 2x 3x and सीधी लाइन में बढ़ता है. नहीं भाई साहब, ऐसा नहीं होता, right? You'll have to go through a lot of heartache, pain. पैसा बनाना is really really tough. Not everyone can do it, especially in the stock market. In fact, most people lose it. Why? Because they do not study things fundamentally and have any level of conviction. कल को 20% गिरावट आ गई इन उज्जीवन स्मॉल फाइनेंस, एक न्यूज निकल गई कि भाई ये हो गया उज्जीवन स्मॉल फाइनेंस में, खत्म हो जाएगा कॉन्फिडेंस एंड यू योरसेल्फ विल सेल इट एट अ लॉस एंड मूव अवे एंड यू विल से कि यार अक्षत ने बेकार बढ़ा दिया एंड ऑल दैट नुकसान हो गया हमारा. सो प्लीज लर्न थिंग्स फंडामेंटली, दैट्स द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट बिट. नाउ वेयर डू फंडामेंटल्स कम इन? भाई रेवेन्यू बढ़ रहा है, 100% बढ़ रहा है, प्रॉफिट बढ़ रहे हैं, 100% बढ़ रहे हैं, ग्रोथ रेट अच्छी है, बिल्कुल साहब बहुत अच्छी है, राइट? सो ऑन दीज टाइप ऑफ थिंग्स द आइडिया इज दैट यू आर एबल टू होल्ड दीज टाइप ऑफ स्टॉक्स ऑन अ 4 year बेसिस. दैट्स द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट. अब आपका नेचुरल सवाल आएगा कि फिर आपने बेच क्यों दिया था उज्जीवन स्मॉल फाइनेंस? आप इतने महारती बन रहे हो. तो बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है एंड आई एम ग्लैड दैट यू गाइज are thinking on those lines. See, guys, in order to hold a stock for a substantial period of time, you need to build confidence on that stock. Let me give you a very simple example. मान के चलो that you have invested 10 lakh on Ujjivan Small Finance. Okay, it is a big ticket. Now, Ujjivan Small Finance goes to 15 lakh. Now, I have made how much profit? I have made 50% profit on this stock. Now, I'm seeing the stock to be technically weak now when it reaches 15 lakh. What I will ideally do is that I will sell it. And when the opportune time comes, I might rebuy it, or I might only sell 50% of it or 60% of it, something like this, and rotate the capital. So when I sold Ujjivan Small Finance initially, there were two set of things. One, the stock was technically weak. That was first key problem, and it fell after that. Second key point was that there were a lot of loan issues, or RBI had issued a guideline. The amount of microfinance loans are picking up and this can be dangerous to the economy. So there was little bit of uncertainty on how this microfinance space will play out. Now, over the last few months, the clarity that I have gained is कि देखो यार, इस स्पेस को उड़ने नहीं देंगे for wide variety of reasons. Again, I had done a community post which will help you understand these type of topics. You guys can read this. मैंने पूरी explanation दी है, थोड़ी सी complicated है, but without understanding complicated stuff, आपका वैसा बन ही नहीं सकता, right? That's very simple point that I'm trying to explain. So to cut the long story short, why did I repurchase Ujjivan Small Finance? Because मेरे profits उसमें 100% plus थे, right? So I am already, one could argue, on 100% profit to start with. That's A. Second, now, what is my goal on Ujjivan Small Finance? To hold it for 4 years. So there is a real way of developing confidence. अब मान के चलो कि 20-30% करेक्शन आ जाए उज्जीवन स्मॉल फाइनेंस में, मेरा पोर्टफोलियो कितना हिट हुआ ऑफ उज्जीवन स्मॉल फाइनेंस? वेरी लेस, राइट? सो देयरफॉर आई एम एबल टू होल्ड इट फॉर 4 years and therefore there is a higher chance of me making money or 4xing 5xing my money. So from this point I will continue to build my positions slowly on something like Ujjivan Small Finance and मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि यार 20-30% गिर जाए, स्टॉक गिर जाए, मैंने तो अच्छा स्विंग करके उस पर पैसा कमा लिया ना. So this is called as combination of technical and fundamental analysis, combining it, applying it, making money from it. I teach everything on my courses. You guys can definitely go check it out. Now I'm doing one workshop in Hyderabad, which is going to happen next. So in case you guys are interested, you guys can check it. My workshops fill out really fast. So in case there are any seats, there will be a sign up link in the description and comment box. So I hope that this was clear. Now the next point regarding portfolio building is the duration of investment that you're making. अब होता है क्या है, now 99% of retail investors will be confused. They will say that we are long term investors, but market गिरता है 5% से हवा टाइट हो जाती है, right? And people start crumbling, right? So that is not the right way of looking at it. If you are taking a long term bet, take a long term bet. If you're doing a swing, do a swing. If you're doing a technical trade, do a technical trade. Be clear about what you want. You cannot mix everything together. उससे आपका confidence खत्म हो जाएगा. Now I'll explain it to you by using couple of examples. See, here is the story of Aavas Financiers. I have been holding this stock in my portfolio. बहुत लॉस पे मैंने होल्ड किया हुआ, 30% लॉस पे था. I cut my position and then I rebought it for tax loss harvesting. अब इसमें what you will see is कि see, the price of the stock had been falling and price of the stock had been falling by how much and since when? यहाँ से गिरना शुरू हुआ from 2021 and अभी तक one could argue it has been falling. Okay. Now यहाँ पे एक बड़ा buy आया है recently. Now, if the fundamental data tells you and gives you conviction that you should buy it, it might be a very good turnaround stock right now. And does it look like a turnaround stock? To me, yes. Why? Highest ever profits, highest ever sales, growth rate very, very good. कोई problem नहीं लग रही. Debt कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं लग रही. द फाइनेंस स्पेस इज अनलाइकली टू ब्लो अप. इट्स अ स्मॉल कैप मिड कैप कंपनी. सो द चांस ऑफ ग्रोथ इज वेरी वेरी हाई. एंड इस तरीके का टर्न अराउंड आता है, राइट? फॉर एग्जाम्पल ये गिर रहा है गिर रहा है गिर रहा है एंड हो सकता है यहाँ से कहानी शुरू हो जाए, या हो सकता है थोड़ा सा और गिरे, देन इट कैन गो अप लाइक दिस. ओके, सो देर इज एन एक्सटेंट टू विच अ पर्टिकुलर स्टॉक विच इज फंडामेंटली साउंड विल फॉल. अब आप रिलायंस कॉम जैसी कंपनी खरीद लो, बात अलग है, राइट? विच आर एक्सट्रीमली लेवरेज्ड, कोई खास ग्रोथ नहीं है एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ. सो बट अदरवाइज इफ यू आर फाइंडिंग गुड टर्न अराउंड देन उसमें हो जाता है, राइट? नाउ वन टर्न अराउंड दैट इज क्लियरली हैपनिंग इज सुप्रिया लाइफ साइंस. आप यहां से देख सकते हो कि यार ये स्टॉक ऐसे गिरा था, फिर उठा एंड अभी उठ रहा है, राइट? सो दिस इज डेफिनेटली अ टर्न अराउंड विच इज हैपनिंग राइट नाउ. ओके, सो दिस को बोल देते हैं मोमेंटम इन्वेस्टिंग. सो यू कैन, वो मोमेंटम इन्वेस्टर्स ये ढूंढते रहते हैं कि कहां से वो पिवट बन रहा है एंड देन दे इन्वेस्ट इन दैट. सो इट्स योर कॉल व्हाट टाइप ऑफ थिंग्स दैट यू नीड टू कीप इन माइंड. In order to invest in these type of turnaround stocks, you need to have a little bit of timelines in place. You cannot say कि अक्षत, you know what, today you spoke about Aavas, कल से टर्न अराउंड शुरू हो जाना चाहिए. I cannot say that, guys. I mean, if you are okay to hold it for 2-3 years, then it makes sense to get into something like Aavas. Otherwise, don't hold it. Solid, it's a solid company. Even Supriya Life Sciences is a solid company. There is nothing off. I will start giving more commentary on these small caps that I am adding. I am a net buyer in all these stocks. Now, of course, I cannot promise you that in 6 months की बहुत growth हो जाएगी, this that stuff. But what I can simply tell you is that these are at good levels. There is a turnaround happening. Knowing all these tips, tricks, strategies really helps. Unless you have conviction, you will not be able to make money. It was impossible for me to discuss everything, right? This was a very big type of a buy. So of course, I'm going to make multiple videos on this topic. But I hope आपको अभी तक की story clear है and you were able to get something new out of this video. If you did, do press the like button. Next, I would recommend you that you go and watch this portfolio building video. It will give you more clarity on this topic. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you soon.